Hello, Kreuz Bazaar tubers, however you say it, and welcome back to Let's Play Shadowrun Dragonfall with me, BlueAnkylo. Let's go to that place. So, there's going to be a lot of language that I'm not particularly good at pronouncing. Rhine Nogier Import Shop, you know, it's probably good for something. That has the look of a thing you could use to summon spirits if there was a fight going on, so maybe we'll remember that for later. But yeah, welcome to our sort of market hub. Lots of stuff to talk about and explore as we go around, so that's what we'll do. And we've got our dog to guard us, so that'll be good in case someone attacks us. Dante's got our back. Alright. The dwarvish tech vendor smiles at you with practiced ease, her almond eyes twinkling with the glare from a dozen trid screens. She speaks in a clipped, heavily accented German. Oh, no, she doesn't! Welcome to the data. Nope, just welcome to the data heaven. Can I help you with something? Nope, there's no German accent. It's just English. I need some tech. What you got? So, just, you know, decking stuff. No big deal. Relatively good decking. Also drones if you're doing that. In fact, you can buy Class B drones right away. That's cool. Also, intelligence armor. That's a little different. All of your ESPs, repair kits, programs. That's cool. I probably won't be buying much from her because that's not my thing this time around. But it would be nice to know that if I brought a rigger this time, we could actually get better drones right off the bat. That's cool. Rather than having to wait half the game. Well, this looks like this is where we're supposed to go. Well, we want to go to the Talismonger, but we'll go here first. The cafe. That's a little bit of a rundown bar, but I've seen worse joints. Yeah, I've seen worse. What you got? The special today is a caramel soykef. Sure, why not? We got Jan Goldschmidt. Hello, my friend! The voice comes from the man in the chair, as enormous as its owner. A deep, booming roar, dripping with unrestrained mirth. A fine day for soykef, yes? Yes, certainly a beauty. From the look of the store, the voice of the shopkeep cut you off. From the back of the store, the shopkeep cut you off. Don't mind the fool in the chair. He roars like a traumatized walrus, stewing all day in his own sweat. The man behind the bar glares at Goldschmidt, his upper lip curled in disgust. I tolerate him only because he takes his soykef by the bucket. Goldschmidt responds with a raucous belly laugh. Apparently, he finds the shopkeeper's insults to be hilarious. Oh, Altuf, mein Freundin. It's my friend, but like, mein Freundin. It's not Fräulein, which is female, girly. Freundin. Mein Freundin. You're as quick-witted and sharp-tongued as ever. I bow to you. Are you going to... Once again, the shopkeeper cuts in. To bow to me, you would first have to vacate your chair. The shopkeeper keeps his hands together, clasping them in front of his chest. I shall summon a team of determined young men and an ox to assist with the task. With luck, you'll be on your feet by nightfall. Goldschmidt smiles at you, his small eyes glittering. Enough of this senseless bickering. You have approached me for a reason, yes? Tell me, what can Jan, Goldschmidt do for you? Nothing, I'm done. After all that. Something bad is gonna happen if he doesn't stop interrupting me. Oh, don't mind our dear Altuf. Yes, he's a peevish man, but his ire was not directed at you. Goldschmidt grins at you from his overstuffed chair. I have the distinction of being the sole target of Altuf's rage and derision. It is a badge that I delight in wearing. Why did you put up with those insults? Don't you have any pride? I put up with them because they amuse me. The fact that they amuse me infuriates my dear friend Altuf, who in turn hurls more insults. Goldschmidt raises his soykef cup in salute. And thus the cycle continues. It is 2 years now that I've been your customer. Yes, Altuve? 2 years of Soykef and strained patience. Yes. And I remember, and I remain happy, and Altuve makes money. An ideal business relationship. Yeah, perfectly healthy. Sure, whatever. Thanks, Jan. Goldschmidt gives you a deep nod, his jowls quivering. Until next time, my friend. Alright, well, whatever. Alright, Altuve. Altuf. You know, I'm just going to play around with it till it feels right. The man behind the counter looks right past you at the dog following close behind. Dante! I will fetch his water dish and perhaps a coffee for our friend here. I don't want to pay any money right now. Paul Amsel sends his regards. When he hears Amsel's name, the Turk's voice lowers and his accent becomes less exaggerated. His eyes take on a knowing look. Ah, very good. Please express to Herr Amsel my appreciation of his patronage. If he needs any more catering jobs seen into the future, I am always happy to provide. Come on, you gotta be quicker than that. Alright, so we're gonna play Clandestine. Either one of these seems about the same as far as I can tell. Let's go with this one. Paul is always pleased to send business your way. Burak Ghazi. He was hoping you could discuss some of the details of his Green Winters order with me. Or should I use Air Winters? You did use Air Ansel. Let's go with Air. Yes, yes, of course, old wise one. Kami, come. A young woman, phrasing apparently, bustles in from the back room. Her gum chewing is loud enough to hear over the noise of the coffee grinders. Burak Ghazi spits something out in rapid-fire Turkish. As you wish, uncle. I will see to it right away. Kami offers you a shy grin, snaps her gum, and hurries back into the room she came from. My girl Kami is arranging to make contact with the chef as we speak. This will likely take some time. My chef is a busy man. While we wait, I wonder if you would be so kind as to run a small errand for me. A trifle, really. I hate to trouble you, but I am embarrassed to even ask, but I would be most appreciative of your help. I'm not your errand girl. I do a job, I get paid. He smiles big, the Turkish vendor again. You are already being compensated, most masterful of mercenaries. Do you not recall that Kami is fetching your information for you? Returning the favor would be a courteous thing to do. My time is a valuable commodity, my friend. I'm sure a businessman like you can understand this. Oh, of course I can. Burak Ghazi rummages through his pockets and fishes out a crumpled 100 Noyan bill. Really? He thrusts the coffee-stained wad of paper in your hands. There, you have been paid. Now, let us get on with it, eh? Altuve's voice lowers to nearly a whisper. The errand is simple. Hardly worthy of you. I have installed a number of data taps to Berlin's fiber optic network. As part of my civic duty, you understand. These taps provide free matrix access for all who live in the Kreuz Bazaar. In order to maintain their, how do I say it, their anonymity, each tap's protocol buffer must be reset every few days. I wish for you to visit each data tap and reset it. No catch? There is no catch, I assure you. It is time-consuming and a bit tedious, nothing more. Just reset the taps and come back when you are finished. There should be 3 of them scattered around the neighborhood. The first one is just outside. Look for a metal box with yellow arrows painted atop it. By the time you return, I should have the information Herr Ansel has requested. I'm sure something will happen. Nice that they keep track of this on the side, though. That's a nice little interface upgrade I like. So, yellow... Oh, well, there's just a thing to click on. Easy. Reset. Data tap. The data tap's protocol buffer is now reset. Well, that's so far so good. Let's go talk to this David person. A pair of round eyes peer up at you from under the hood of grime-smeared winter coat. You recognize him as David, one of the Kreuz Bazaar's street kids. If you had to guess, you'd place him in his mid-teens, though it's difficult to tell beneath the grime and acne marring his face. You've seen him following Monika around between runs, chasing her heels like a lost puppy. She always seemed to have a soft spot for the kid. Ahoy, Lady Blue! Have you seen Monika around? I've been looking all over for her. I'm afraid I have some bad news for you, kid. The kid blinks, blank expression on his face. She's dead, isn't she? He doesn't get details, he's just a kid. I'm sorry, kid. We all are. Yeah. Look, I think I want to be alone right now. Sorry, David, but it's the life of a runner, man. Alright, Talismonger, maybe we can get some magic. This looks familiar. Lots of stuff glowing in here. Let's zoom in a little bit. What do we got? Maybe like a Buddha statue or something vaguely Hindi. You know, in the future, it's all whatever it is. Crystals, display cases, some sort of fancy spell table place thing. Alright, well, let's talk to Absinthe. Sounds like a bit of a drug. Something about the young elf behind the counter makes your breath catch in your chest. She's lovely to look at, but it's a strange kind of beauty. Her eyes are large and luminous and impossibly green. As she looks up at you, you can see that her irises are flecked with iridescent gold. Hello and welcome to Algernon's. Perhaps I can help you with something. She smiles up at you, her eyes fixed on yours. A curious feeling of weightlessness fills your chest. It feels as though you're floating in a warm, calm sea. A gentle current pulls you closer to Absinthe, and the sensation is pleasant. As you drift, the golden specks in her eyes begin to move. I really wish I had some points in willpower. Something really bad may just be about to happen. I mean, we're a caster, but we're a shaman, charisma caster. If we were a proper mage, we would be able to probably start with Fort Will. Well, look deeper into her eyes. The golden specks in the elf's eyes shift and swirl, slowly picking up speed. It's mesmerizing. All at once, the specks explode into light and color. Absinthe's eyes now fill your field of vision, and it feels as if you're drowning in an alien sea. The patterns traced by the shimmering specks in her eyes are kaleidoscopic, enchanting, nearly impossible to turn away from. Now it's even harder to pull away. It's not like we have a lot of choice. Lose yourself. You are lost. Your entire world has been reduced to a churning vortex of green and gold. You've been ensorcelled. Dimly, you become aware that something is happening. You feel your body being buffeted probably, I guess. I always forget that one. By unseen forces. Buffeted, that's probably how you say it. And suddenly everything goes black. Like so. Slowly and painfully, you struggle your way back to consciousness. The shop's owner, Algernon, is peering down at you, an expression of concern on his face. Absinthe stands behind him, her expression one of embarrassment. Welcome back, friend. Algernon extends a hand to help you to your feet. Absinthe shifts slightly to allow you to stand. What was that? What happened? My fault, my apologies. Sometimes when I daydream, I bring others along for the ride. It was unintentional, yes, but there was no harm done, correct? You'll be fine. Harmless? I don't think so. Step away from me, elf. Who is also an elf. I want nothing more to do with you. Kind of dangerous. We'll talk to Algernon instead. Greetings! Right, I have a voice for him. Greetings, young elf. The elf's voice is smooth as silk and rich as clotted cream. Something about him instantly puts you at ease. I am Algernon Halfdream, the owner of this establishment. In my shop, you will find only the finest in magical paraphernalia. Now, tell me, how may I serve you? Well, first, let's see what he's got. So, weapons. We have the current acid bolt we already have, and the power bolt. So you can see the difference. There's not really a big difference because the acid bolt would do 2 damage per turn. So if we hit once, it would do 6 damage. If we hit once, it would do 6 damage. Now, if you hit twice, the acid doesn't really stack, so you would do 8 plus 2 turns would be like 12, which would be the same as hitting twice. It's about the same. I could buy this, which I might if I don't have +1 charisma already, and that willpower would have saved me. I wouldn't mind learning enough spell casting to cast some of this stuff. I'll have to keep this in mind for later. Acid Stream is still spell casting though. Strips 1 armor from the target, seems very valuable. Flamethrower is just more single target damage. Mana Bolt pierces armor. It has some sort of armor piercing. So some of the spells are different than the last game. Strip armor is definitely the kind of spell we're going to want though when we're fighting things like that orc with the heavy armor. So I'm definitely going to consider being able to pick up 1 or 2 of these. Because usually the conjuring spells, I'm going to say that wrong every time. The conjuring spells are a little bit weak. So we've got our standard fog. We may or may not get that at some point. Just makes it harder to be hit. I still have no idea what Quiet Bomb is really going to do. It might stop enemy mages from casting, maybe, but I wouldn't count on it. We've got our barriers and our slow. So like, none of the low-level shaman spells seem that amazing. I mean, I don't know. We're not going to be doing key casting. And I will have to, unfortunately, I will have to replenish my fetishes. Now, it doesn't say anything about these things requiring a certain level of spirit summoning, but I thought they might. Can I just check what I'm wearing? I think I'll have to leave here. I definitely want to buy the armor at the very least. If I don't have something similar. So I currently have Secure Shaman clothing, which does nothing, basically just 1 armor. So we'll definitely buy that as an upgrade. Outfits. Yeah, +1 charisma, a little bit more armor, and a little bit of willpower. Not bad. So we'll just equip that. So we look a little bit different. Nothing tremendous. We might be able to sell our old armor as well while we're here. Yeah, not worth much, but, you know, there you go. So, what else do I want to do? I could definitely buy one of these. Like, I don't have a lot of money, though. Like, there should be generally one place where I can summon a spirit on each combat map. There will generally be one of those. And I can use it twice right now because I've leveled up my spirit summoning. So maybe I won't actually need to use these very much. This is what I was worried about with playing a shaman, is it was going to cost me a lot of money just to keep my spirits rolling. And because of my cool idol, I can actually keep these, like, if I cast them at the beginning of a combat, I can use them the entire way through. Which is pretty amazing. But is there any other spell? I guess I could pick up Air Barrier. It might be okay. I don't... Maybe Fog is okay. I can't buy them both, though. It takes 2 AP to make, like, a smoke grenade that makes it 15% harder to be shot. That's not a lot. I mean, it's not trivial. I would way rather have a couple basic mage spells, to be honest. I'd rather have this. Strip armor. I think armor is going to be considerably better than it was in... the spell armor is going to be considerably better than it used to be in Shadowrun Returns. Because last time it just made it so your body went up, basically. This time it's going to be like -2 damage per hit. Up to a maximum of 10. So this should work with other damage resistance, like heavy armor, military grade, if you can buy it. Aim has always been valuable. I might want to get to spellcasting too, honestly, early. I mean, this isn't bad either. I'll see. Eventually there will be haste 2 and 3 and maybe 4, and these will get considerably better, and I definitely need to have enough conjuring to be able to get these, so I gotta keep bumping it up. I need to bump conjuring up for that sake. But otherwise, I'm not terribly impressed. I'm only conjuring 3, but I could get to spellcasting 2 for just 3 points. I could have done it already, but I wanted my summoning up. Maybe we'll go for spellcasting next. How many spell slots do we have? Yeah, we've got 4 spell slots right now. That's already, like, probably more than we'll need for shaman stuff. We'll have haste, and we'll have, like, one of the barriers, maybe. And then I could have a couple different mage spells. That might be what I go for. We'll see. We should ask him some questions while we're here, I guess. So I have a question for you. I don't know what it is. You are in luck. I have a great many answers. So, yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Hermetic versus shamanic. What kind of magic do you practice? Personally, the true kind. But I sell goods tailored to all traditions in my shop. We do not discriminate. Is there anything else? What's your story? Have you been in the Kreuz Bazaar long? I have many stories. Stories of dancing spirits and raging dragons, of unchecked magic and swarming chaos. All of these stories are true. As for the Kreuz Bazaar, I have always been here, quietly peddling my wares. It is a simple life, but a good one. This guy is so full of it. What's the deal with your assistant? Yeah, there's something weird with your assistant. Absinthe is a friend, nothing more. She helps out around the shop when the fancy strikes her. She is nobody's assistant, and I am no one's master. Okay, but the eyes, what's the deal? He pauses for a moment, considering. I believe that they suit her personality. This guy is a jerk. Alright, let's go. I don't think we're going to really want to talk to Absinthe. Absinthe keeps her eyes hidden from view. Please excuse me, I have work to do. Oddly enough, we could now have resisted her stare, but it's too late. We already fell for her. Alright, well, what else have we got around this town? We found the intelligence shop and the magic shop. Or the tech shop and the magic shop, I guess. Ooh, we got a dancing lady. Hey there, dancing girl. Moritzplatz. Parking, maybe? I don't know. Just guessing. I can give her 5 Nuyen. It's nothing. Oh, come on. You're not going to do anything special? Maybe she'll come help us out later on. Alright, so the U-Bahn... Yeah, I don't think we're supposed to use these right now. This is for, like, later when we're taking the train somewhere. Another time. You are leaving controlled sector. Probably the same thing in German. The Romani patriarch is an impressive figure. An enormous man in his late 60s, burly and broad-chested despite his age. His voice is deep and resonant, and his breath is heavy with the stench of pipe tobacco. Taven Boxtail Elf. You are here to conduct some business? If so, I welcome you to met back arms and ammunition. If not, keep right on walking. I have cash. Need weapons. Show me the goods. Ah, so our standard gun shop. Definitely much better armor if I wanted to go that route. Lots of grenades. Just for comparison. Fairly good pistols right off the bat. Lots of options this time around. Generally just requires ranged combat. Got submachine guns. I guess that's what I've currently got. I think I'll just sell whatever I've got, honestly. Some more expensive sniper rifles. That's pretty cool. That would be nice. Swords, baseball bats, spiked fists, throwing knives. That's cool. I haven't found like the medic yet, where you can buy med packs and stuff. I'm just gonna sell it. I would rather have the money than a submachine gun that I'll probably never use. Should have taken the rifle and just sold it for more money, to be honest, at the very beginning. Let's just ask a few questions. You'll make a purchase. You can ask as many questions as you like. The corner of his mouth twitches upward. Make big enough purchase. Who knows, I might even answer a few. Yeah, you're a jerk. Mitback's face hardens. After a brief pause, he gives you a curt nod. Very well, Gaji. If you come around again, you come with money and you buy, understand? He makes a shooing motion with his hand, waving you away. Move along now, Zadevlesa. No idea. Cheapskate, probably. Gee whiz. There's not like there's a lineup of people waiting to buy your guns. The least you can do is just show me what you've got and be friendly. Jerks. Alright, got a bunch of bums over here. Some more of these cool trees. You looking for some magic, mein Freund? Got the cash, old Zack's got the flash. I don't think this is going to be real magic. This elf has clearly seen better days. His skin is weathered and emaciated, as though it's been stretched too tightly over his frame. Track marks line the crooks of his arms, and dirty bandages wrap his knuckles. Despite all this, he seems cheerful enough. The elf fixes his twinkling, bugged-out eyes on yours and offers you a broad smile, displaying a set of impossibly white teeth. When he speaks to you, his voice is surprisingly deep. Guten Tag, mein Freund. You here for some magic? Because Zack Flash, he gestures at himself with a dramatic flourish, is your magic man. Alright, what you got? Zack cocks his head and offers you a lopsided grin. Well then, I might be able to help you. He begins to twist a strand of his long, stringy hair around one of his spidery fingers. His smile remains fixed, a pearly crescent set into a face caked into grime. I'm interested in combat stims. I need an edge, not a high. Got anything along those lines? Well, I've got some hyper, got some nitro, and some kamikaze somewhere around here too. But if you really want an edge, you need to get your hands on some flash. Never heard of it. It's named after him. Flash's grin broadens even further. His mouth is disturbingly large, and there is something menacing about the sight of those two white teeth. This is the real deal, chummer. A proprietary blend designed and delivered by yours truly. Pharmaceutical-grade kamikaze cut with genuine spirit residue from the deer and mixed with my secret blend of herbs and spices. He produces a small pocket filled with iridescent purple granules from the pocket of his dirty jeans. You want to get high? Buy some Nova Coke and throw yourself a party. But you want to soar? You get yourself some flash. What's up with the bandages, dude? Zack snorts a short burst of laughter. He waggles his bandaged hands in front of you. Oh, these? Nothing much, chumma, nothing much. Tussled with a spirit back in Amsterdam. You know, we elves are a very spiritual people. Nice try. Oh, come off it. Elves are not, on the whole, any more or less magical than anyone else. I'm in a position to know, even though I am magical. Zack lets out a short, barking laugh. Ha! Oh, come on. Stop denying yourself. Embrace the power inside of you. You've got the mojo, just like me. Accept it. Flash lowers his voice to a conspiratorial whisper. Between you and me, my mojo is stronger than any corp wage mages. Take those rat scum bastards at Az Technology. They cast spells all day and night, right? Fire this and lightning that. Just toss them around like candy. Right. Well, me, I'm just doing my thing. Not casting spells. I'm storing up my energy. Saving it. Can you imagine how much magic I have? I don't think it works like that, Zack. Trust me, friend, I have secret knowledge. He slowly turns his head from side to side to give you a good look at his upturned ears. Like I said, it's in the blood. Oh man, I wish I could see. I wonder if he's like a fake elf. Like, he's just put ears on himself. Oh man. Fascinating. Alright, okay. I trust you, har har. Now, can we do some business? Well, I'm a businessman, and I suppose that you're a customer. Yeah. What's the deal with the special concoction? Yeah, we already heard all this, basically. Show me what you got, fine. So, Flash does give you movement and AP for a lot of money. Kamikaze, body strength will, not the worst. Nitro, strength will, less charisma intelligence. For your melee dudes, also okay for your melee dudes. Maybe stack them up, I don't know. Those are relatively cheap, so you could buy them, but the Flash is really expensive. I mean, 2 AP is really good, but can't afford that. Oh, look! The data taps protocol buffer is now reset. Triage Cyber Clinic, alright. Looks like we found the hospital. As you approach the elf, you notice that he's in mid-conversation. His lips move rapidly and his voice comes out in a low, quiet tone. The glossy plastic shell of high-grade comlink glints on his wrist. Listen in. Doing your best to look uninterested, you lean in slightly and strain your ears. You find that you can make out the doctor's end of the conversation. No. The price I'm quoting you is more than fair. Well below market value. In fact, if you can't pay it, that's your problem. Yes, I know that the price has gone up. This is the seller's market. Well then, you'll just have to find the money or go without. I'm sorry, but I have to go. I have a patient. He presses a button on his comlink and looks up at you. $1 million smile on his face. Sorry about the wait, my friend. Welcome to the Triage Cyber Clinic. He extends his hand. I am Dr. Xavier Esquivel. And your name? Lady Blue, a pleasure. Pleased to meet you, Lady Blue. What can I do for you today? What kind of medicine you got? Alright, so we've got trauma kits. So if you die, you come back to 25%. Or you can restore another teammate to 25% if they have died. It's alright. Med kits. What have I got even? Like, I've got 1 trauma kit and 1 med kit. It's fine for now. Got a little bit of money. What about cyberware? Probably not a good idea for a caster, seeing as it would reduce our essence and then we'd be worse at casting magic. But, you know, it's nice to see what they've got. Lazy arms, lame arms, eye data jack. That's fun. So instead of using your head slot, you could use your eye slot for data jacking. Or you could use your arm slot for data jacking. Huh. Got cyber legs, dermal plating, bone lacing, just to add body, a normal data jack. Is it the same essence? 0.5. Oh. So if you do like the induction data jack, it actually uses less of your essence. So like if I decided I really wanted to do decking or rigging, I could get a relatively low essence data jack. It might cost me a little bit with spellcasting, I'm not sure. But that's pretty minor. Seems like it should be pretty minor. What he doesn't have is the one that I was more interested in, which was the adrenaline pump. What Glory has. I might be willing to take one of those. Looks like we might have to come back here another time when this door is unlocked. Anyway, I think that's all the shops. We found all the basic stuff anyway. Guns, drugs, magic, tech, and cyber. Chrome, I guess. Can we finish up our exploration before it's time to end the episode? It's already about the right time to close up. Although we've been almost everywhere, I think. Just a little bit left. Warming herself in the dim light of a dying street lamp is a waif of a girl who looks far too worn for her years. The Mother Superior. She says there will be 7 for me to care for. I need to see to them. I wasn't aware of any convent or church nearby. We'll go with catching on to that. She's there when I close my eyes. And I'm Maria. She says I'm to be the governess to the children. You noticed a chipjack poking out beneath the young woman's unruly hair. The vacant look in her eyes marks her as a likely BTL junkie, lost between reality and any number of better-than-life virtual constructs. I need money to get back to them. Yeah, she's a junkie. The story sounds familiar. Captain Von Trapp is very well known and respected. The poor dear lost his wife, and the children their mother. A child should not be without a mother, and a mother should not be without a child. Have you seen the captain? She's lost. That's great. Have you ever heard of Monika? We'll try. Monika? Is she one of the sisters in the Abbey? No. Wait, Monika. A flicker of recognition fights through the haze in the young woman's eyes. Yeah, Monika, she's good to me. She brings me food to eat and tea to drink. Just going around telling everyone that Monika's dead. I'm afraid I have some bad news. Despite the woman's persistent delirium, she seems to glean meaning from your tone. She died? I'm sorry. She did. The girl grips her head with the claw-like hands, tugging at her hair as if she might pull her brain out through her skull. I don't like this, but I can't switch it off. The girl's frail body shudders, and her eyes grow large. But she does not sob. Instead, she smiles a sad smile, which looks to have been worn all too often. She will go to heaven. She told me. It's a place for good people. Stillborn babies, childhood pets. She was a good person. The girl then begins to mumble to herself while fingering the hair that covers the jack in her head. Yes, good. I need to rejoin the children. Well, alright, if you weren't feeling bad already. Now there's no one to bring her tea. What's going on up here? Got a cool statue and a phone. Alright, let's go check the phone first. Then we'll have a look at... We'll get all this done. It's an old, obsolete phone booth. It's ringing. Yeah, no one really uses these even in modern life. But in the future world, like, what? A monotone, pitch-adjusted voice begins speaking almost immediately. Are you kidding me, German? The Schockwillenreiter's contract for the Kiz is no more. Lady Blue is listed as a follow-up contact. This is our only secured line to this Kiz. Please listen to the following instructions carefully, if you are a supporter of our cause. I guess that's what Monika used to do. I'm not even going to say it. We have phone booths in strategic locations throughout the city. Within each one, you may find a request posted for specific information. If you can obtain a copy of this information, return here and submit it via the port below the receiver. We will verify the authenticity of the information remotely and post an undoctored copy of it onto the Matrix ourselves. It is our stated goal for this information to remain free to all. However, you will be compensated for sought-after information returned to this location. Beep. It's obviously like a dead drop sort of deal. There was nobody talking, I can't imagine. Well, before I click that, let's just check this statue. A bizarre monument towers before you. At the top of the pedestal, the form of an angel stands, its outstretched wings looming over the small park. But the material is strange and uneven, giving the statue a cold, Frankenstein-esque appearance. Frankenstein's monstrous, whatever, it's fine. Don't worry about it. It appears that the artist has welded this monument together from various metal scraps and pieces of junk. As you approach, a small, grimy monitor at the base of the statue flickers dimly to life. The grainy face of a smug young orc appears on screen. Hello there, I'm Herbert Kunzel, the creator of this monument. What would you like to know? Press 1. This is my tribute to victory, the victory of anarchy. It is both a citation and parody of the statue we destroyed some 20 years ago. You may remember it from history trids as the blah. Okay, next. I give up. Isn't it obvious? The something is a monument of the hubris of the Prussian state. Gets blown to bits. So someone takes a lot of bits and builds a monument to the hubris of anarchy. I mean, what more is there to say? I am the visionary Hubert Kunzel from the Lindwormer. You may know me from... Okay, well, there's not much I'm known for yet. But I intend to change that. All art is born from misery. Yeah. It's probably a famous statue, and if I was better at, like, history and geography... And, you know, an angel with a fancy helmet, I kind of recognize it, and he probably... I mean, he said the name of it, but... I couldn't tell you anything about it, guys. I'm sorry. Let's just go click on this. I don't know a whole lot about Prussia. I'm sorry, guys. Whoa, this is not so simple. As you are resetting the data tab, you notice that someone has duct taped a small homemade receiver to the system. An earplug dangles from the receiver. Stick it in your ear. The sound of heavy machinery makes it difficult to hear the words that are being spoken. After a moment, you find that you can make out two distinct voices. A nasal woman who sounds like a heavy smoker, and a man who speaks in a high-pitched, breathy tone. I don't know that one. Lots of deep breaths, high-pitched, weird sound. Alright. Just heard. Monika. Need to verify. Alright, they already know she's dead. Great. Good for us. Oh, okay, this sounds bad. A sound like a conveyor belt starting adds to the noise of machinery, and you can't make out anything until it comes to a stop a minute later. Think our next step? What do you think our next step should... Well, I would say be, but... something like that. I could try to figure out what the X is. No, wait. The dragon isn't ready to make a move yet. Dragon says, better wait to be patient. I'm just going to make it up. It's totally what I'm just going to go with. A smart guy, see who steps up. Triple X. Stop the train. He could be someone more than dragons in the area place. More conveyor belts start up. All he can hear is the sound of machinery. Well, I'll keep listening. Some sort of motorized vehicle starts up, drowning out everything else. A bell rings loudly again and again. It sounds like a telephone. You hear the sound of a door slamming shut, and the noise of machinery is suddenly muffled. There's a rattle of plastic, and the ringing stops. So a vehicle showed up, and then a phone rang. I don't know. The nasal woman's voice can be heard again in a sing-song tone. Guten Tag! How may I help you? I heard. Yes, he knows. I told him it wasn't time to make a move yet. What, do you think I'm an idiot? The council needs to meet again. I know, getting everyone in the same room is challenging. Getting them to agree on a course of action is going to be even more challenging. From my perspective, the Kreuz Bazaar was only stable because of her. Probably Monika. If she really is out of the way, well, we'll see, won't we? Yeah, I know. What can I say? Things go slow in the flux sometimes. You hear the sound of a door opening again, and the cacophony of machinery fills the line. You can't make out anything more. Okay, so, you know, this is open for interpretation. I haven't played the game before, but there seems to be something Monika was involved with. She didn't really have time to explain it to us. Some sort of flux thing about like the politics in Berlin, keeping it like away from corp control. And these people seem to know that Monika is dead, and it seemed to imply that she was the one holding this bazaar together. So my guess, this is only a guess for now, is that there's some corporation, probably, it could be something else, but they had a council and stuff, and there was like a professional phone thing, is that there's some corp that wants to take over this area of Berlin, and they're the ones that wanted Monika to die. They're the ones, they've got some plan, and they're not ready to start it yet. They want to see what happens, but, like, something bad's going to happen. That's my guess. You know, we'll see how good it is, how close that is to the truth. We'll just finish up our rounds. Probably have to end the episode pretty soon. But there shouldn't be too much left. Before you stands a troll. Though it is a stretch to say he is standing at all, his great mass is barely held upright by 2 vintage prosthetic legs, along with a crutch under one arm. His body clicks and hums with every shift of his weight. Despite these disabilities, his eyes are sharp and calculating. I know you. I haven't been here long. New to the Kreuz Bazaar, then. Heard Monika had some fresh meat in her stable. Lady Blue, by the way. Good to meet you, Lady Blue. Name's Alexei Lane. What do you do here, Mr. Lane? Ache and groan mostly, and try not to be a bother. I should probably mention Monika. Something happened to her out on the run? I'm afraid so. There have already been whispers. I had a feeling besides. Monika almost always comes around after a run to check on everybody. She's long overdue, and now here you are in her place. So she's either severely wounded or outright dead. Which is it? We lost her. The grizzled troll nods grimly. The servos in his prosthetics complain as he lets loose a heavy sigh. Now that is a shame. She was a hell of a runner, that one. And a good friend. Well, we're basically doing what she used to do, apparently. Alright, so that was the way back. Donation to the soup kitchen. No. Altruism comes with an expiration date. Nice. I'm not sure what's behind that, but it looked like bears with guns, so I think that's a bad idea to go that way. If I know anything about bears with guns, that's a bad sign. Alright, well, we're going to end the episode here, I think. I'm pretty sure I've explored all of this area. I mean, I may have missed some stuff in the middle, but I tried to take the perimeter approach. And next time we'll turn in our little quest. We'll see what information we get, and we'll probably go back and talk to our people in our little underground hidey hole. So thanks for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed, and have a great